Let's go with the script, girly. Hello, everyone. Hi. My name is MaryLanae, and this is my channel. I've went through 3 different intros to this video, and I'm just gonna be myself because that's all I can really do. But hi, my name is MaryLanae, and I like to read books to avoid my problems, and I figure that there's other people out there like that too. So why not show you the books that I'm reading so that you can also avoid your problems with me? That's the basis of what this is, okay? Today's book that I'm going to be reviewing for your delight is Mickey Chambers Shakes It Up. Mickey Chambers Shakes It Up. This is the book. Mickey Chambers Shakes It Up was written by Charish Reid, and Charish Reid is a fan of sexy books and disaster films. When she's not grading papers or prepping lessons for college first years, she enjoys writing romances that celebrate quirky black women who deserve HEAs. Charish currently lives in Sweden. Fun fact, I also lived in Sweden for about a month as an exchange student, and I talked to Charish, and we're like the black girls of Sweden now. And she's super nice, and she also recommended some books to me that I'm going to post at the end of this video so that you can also read it too. I'm going to read you the back of the book so you understand what it's about. Mickey Chambers is an expert at analyzing modern literature, but when it comes to figuring out her own story, she's feeling a little lost. At 33, she's an adjunct instructor with a meager summer class schedule and too many medical bills, courtesy of her chronic illness. Picking up a bartending gig seems perfect. Sure, Mickey's never done this before, but the gorgeous, grumpy bar owner Diego Acosta might be the perfect man to teach the teacher, if he wasn't so stressed. Diego is worried he's running his late wife's bar into the ground. Add the pressures of returning to college part-time at 42, and it's no wonder he's making rash decisions, like hiring the sunny, sexy woman who looks more at home in a library than slinging beers to rowdy barflies, and who turns out to be teaching his online writing course, a complication neither was expecting. It's not long before Mickey starts re-energizing the saloon with cocktails, karaoke, and optimism even Diego can't ignore. They need to fight their feelings if they want to keep things professional, but all it takes is one sip, one kiss to shake both their lives forever. Now, if you're like me, I love a spicy romance, but what makes this book even more interesting to me is the complex characters. Mickey Chambers, aka Michelle Chambers, she is a college professor. She's a plus-size black woman who lives in Columbus, Georgia, and she has hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism is a condition that plagues a lot of women, and so I think it's becoming a trend where we have not only black women, but black women with chronic illnesses being romantic characters. And I think that's so important because not only do we not have enough romance novels, books, TV shows, movies with black plus-size women being the main characters, but also add in another invisible obstacle that a lot of us go through, which is chronic illness and disability. So I love this trend of black women with disabilities having romance. Now, Mickey is more than just that. She is vivacious, she's energetic, she's loud, she's super friendly, and she gets along with almost everybody. So, and I also, another topic that Charish brings to this is the grossly underpayment of college professors, adjuncts to be exact. I TA'd for a couple of adjunct professors, and I understand how like a lot of them are fresh out of school or have done some in the field work and come back to make money as teachers, but it's not like a full-time job. You don't get benefits, you rarely get parking, so I deeply understand what Mickey is going through. Because she's dealt with her chronic illness for such a long time, her family is super protective over her, especially her parents, who have been through the ringer trying to get her the proper care that she needs. So her family is very protective of her, and they just want her to have a simple life that she can enjoy while dealing with this. Now, Mickey is not that type of girl. She will not let any circumstance hold her back, no matter what. I also have this same thing where sometimes I read fantasy novels and my realities get a little shifty, and me and my therapist go back and forth on whether I should be reading them, but most of my library is filled with fantasy books, so you can see how I have a similarity with Mickey. But on to more of the story. She has a best friend named Cleo who works in the political world, and her friend Cleo gives it to her straight. She has a brother and her two parents, and they always have weekend dinner either Saturday or Sunday. So anyway, to make extra money, because she's an adjunct and she's not getting enough to pay for her rent and her medical bill, she decides to take a job at the saloon, where we meet Diego Acosta. Now, Diego is a widower who lost his wife to cancer, and his mother died of cancer as well. So he's double whammy. This man is a tortured soul, which are my all-time favorites. I love a tortured soul. And Diego is Latino. He's tall, he's broad, he's got muscles, and he's a grump, like a literal grump. He gets in so much trouble at his job because everybody knows that he is the grump owner and he's the bartender, so he's always in front of customers being a grump, and he relies on his other workers to, I guess, fill in the gaps of friendliness and hospitality. And they are desperate for work in their night shifts, so that's where Mickey comes along. And she is not anything that he is expecting. Usually people in the bar are like grungy, woe is life, but Mickey comes in and she brings the sunshine, and that really shakes him up because he's not used to his wife died 5 years ago, and he hasn't really wanted another woman before Mickey shows up into his life. And what's more, he is going to college because when his mother got sick, he took a year off. He took off school to help her, and he never went back. And his wife always wanted him to go back to school. So in order to honor her, he's deciding to go back to school at 42 years old. He is an older man to Mickey by 9 years, but she's very mature and she's very accomplished and she's super smart. And what's more, all my romance girlies know exactly where I'm going when she's a professor and he's going back to school. Yes, she ends up being his English 101 teacher. It's a sped up summer course, so it's only a month. And the first time that Mickey and Diego work a shift together, oh my gosh, they both feel the sparks, and it's super cute. I don't think I've read a book yet where it was a Latino man and a black woman being in a relationship together, but more than this, Diego deals with depression from his wife. He deals with anxiety from the saloon, the bar that he owns. He deals with getting through his past traumas. Mickey deals with her chronic illness that she keeps hidden because she doesn't want people to treat her different. I can 100% understand both of their situations, and somehow they find a way to come together and to love each other. It's a romance. It's not a romance if they don't end up together. You have to know this. But what's always good about the romance is they're gonna come apart and they're gonna come back together, and that's all part of the lore and the beauty of romance novels. It's the journey. It's finding love, messing up terribly, but still being able to come back. That's what we love about romance novels. My overall review of this book, I think it was such an easy read. I read it in 2 days. When I first picked it up, I was a little skittish because I had just come off reading a romance novel, and I just wanted a fantasy book that was way too much sex and not enough plot. So I really wanted something with a good story and good romance, and I'm so glad I picked up Mickey Chambers Shakes It Up because it really did lighten up my mood, and it made me super excited for life, I guess. So yes, I highly recommend Mickey Chambers Shakes It Up. And one thing that I really love about this book, among everything, is that Mickey is a sexual girl. She knows what she wants and she goes to get it. Too many times we read books about black plus size women and they're super timid and, you know, oh my gosh, sex. No, Mickey knows exactly what she wants. She is the enforcer, she is the aggressor, and she is taking it.
Oh, she's taking it.
We love that for her. And Diego is he's not no little boy. Diego knows exactly what he wants from Mickey. It's hard for him to get out exactly how he feels, but when he wants her, he tells her he wants her in the most sexy way. I think that the language of this book could be for someone in their 20s to even someone in their 40s, because it is a grown woman book. It's grown and sexy. She's in her 30s, he's in his 40s. These are not young people, which I love to read about, because it's like, you know, maybe things aren't working out for me romantically right now, but you never know. In my 30s, I feel like that's when things are really gonna pop off. And reading books about women finding love in their 30s is kind of my thing right now. So yes, on a scale of 5 books, 1 to 5 books, I would give this a solid 4.5 books. It's great. I love the story. I just wish it was longer. I don't know. And yeah, and on a scale of one spice to 5 spices, this is a 5 spice book, okay? The foreplay and the actual the foreplay that they go through and the actual sex that they have, yes, it's giving me everything that I need, and I know it's going to give you everything that you need. So I highly recommend picking up Mickey Chambers Shakes It Up. Comment down below if you've read this book already, and if you plan on reading it or you have read it, let me know. Thank you guys so much for coming to this video. This is my first book review video, and I think I'm gonna do a lot more of them. So make sure you stick around and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope you have a good reading day. Bye.